Good evening and welcome once again to the third class. My name is still Dominic Henna and I will still be your instructor for today. As always, I'm very excited to be here with you at this moment. Before we begin today's class, I just want to say you guys did very well. I'm so impressed with your work from the last class. Sorry about the sounds of the gen. Alright, so let's begin today's class. Alright, so today we'll be looking at one cool design for our first part of the class. Okay, so what we'll do is, as usual, open our Pixel Lab. Alright, so our Pixel Lab is open. By default, this is what we will see. Alright, so for today, this is what we are going to do. I want us to clear everything here. So one of the shortest way I like clearing things here is I'll just scroll here and select the last one, that is the blank one, and I have it blank as I want. Okay, so I'll just blank this one, and then there is an image that I gave us, okay, that I sent to the group. Just what we do, make sure you download the image. So I will now add the image here. So I'll come to add, I'll come to from gallery, and then just from here make sure you are recent. That will save you stress of looking for the file. So I'll just select my image here, okay, and then we are good to go. Okay, this is our image. Now I'll reduce the size a bit. Yep, something like this should do for me. Something like this should do. Alright, so today I will be showing us one cool thing, one cool features of Pixel Lab. Now, assuming you are working with multiple pictures and multiple icons and the rest, and then eventually for now you people may not experience it, but when you have plenty things here, you may accidentally be touching another thing while trying to touch other thing. So what Pixel Lab came up with is how to lock your files. Okay, so since I have my picture here in this position, and I'm very sure that this is the position that I would like it to be here, so what I will just do is I'll just type on here, that is the layer option, and then I'll now click on this padlock here. It means lock. So once you click it, you will not be able to select the file or move it. The file remains there. Alright, so and then still I'll click the same thing. Now there is another one, I here. I means hide it. When I click it, it will hide. If I open it, it will show. Okay, so that is few things about the layer. I will talk more on that later. I said our class is going to be straight practical. That's why I will not be taking out time to be teaching you things separately. Rather, I will have you just learn them here while the class is going on. So the next thing I'm going to do is we are going to add a shape, a rectangle to be exact. So I'll just tap on the add, that is close there. I'll go to shapes. Alright, so now this is my shapes. I'll just move it up. I will now drag it like this. Then still here, I'll now move a little now, and then I'll come to under fill color. I'll now look for blue color like this. This should do for now. So I'll just drag the file like this a bit so that I will extend the sizing. That way if I drag it, it will fill everywhere. I'll now mark in this good, that is to be there. Now if you notice that picture has disappeared. Now this brings me to the second thing I want to teach you guys today, that is layer arrangement. Now in Pixel Lab, this place is very important. They are called the layers, and generally how Pixel Lab works is that the layer on top here means is the very thing that is appearing on top. The reason why the picture is not showing is because this shape that we added, the rectangular shape, is on top of the picture. As you can see, is the face on top, and then the size already covered the whole screen. That is why you are not seeing it. So to make our picture visible, just you see this dot dot by the left here around this head dot dot, just tap and hold on it until the thing is bending. It will bend in a little bit. If it bend in a little bit, it means you can now move it. So don't release it, just drag it down. Okay, are you seeing that this has now changed? All right, so we now have this. So the next thing I will do is I will now add another shape. All right, so this is the shape. Now if you want to crop the sizing, that is the edges of the shape, it is what we call radius here. That is the very first thing under the shape option. Even as we are increasing it, are you seeing that the shape is changing? Alright, so I'll now make it like 80. Let me leave it around 80. I'll move it in. Alright, let me go back. Now there's one more thing I want you people to know, is that if peradventure you made a mistake and let's say 80 here and it's not 80 that I want, I can edit it again. I'll just tap on the object here and I'll come to edit here. It will take me back to the beginning. Okay, so from the beginning. Alright, so as I was saying, just tap on the edit, it will take you back here. So let me reduce it a little bit. Alright, so let me test it here. Okay, this is okay. So I'll just say okay. I'll reduce the size a bit, and then I'll just move in a little bit. So I'll now rotate. Alright, let's reduce it a bit again. Edit. Let's just leave it around 50. Alright, so we have 50. So I'll do something like this, and I'll now rotate it like this. Okay, so I'll rotate it like this. Let me reduce the size a bit. Alright, so I'll leave it like this. Okay, so I'll now add another shape. Let me say black. Let me give it black color. Okay, so black color. So now this brings me the third thing I want to teach you guys, that is about margin option of objects. So in Pixel Lab you can join two shapes to become one. Okay, so now what to do that, what you need to do is you tap on the layer here and you tap on this good and cancel sign here. It gives you the marking option, so you mark the layers you want to merge them as one. That is the shape, and then you click in the third icon here. The third icon is like joining things here. So if you click on it, it will ask you, are you sure you want to merge? Because once you merge it, they become uneditable, like text. For example, if it is text, if you merge text and shape, they become object automatically. So I'll tap on object. They've now become one. Alright, so this brings me to the next thing. So from here, what you guys will do is, alright, so that is about margin object. So for now I will just undo. Remember this particular option, we talked about it before. I'll just press it. You see, press it like one or twice. Now they are back and separate. Okay, so what I will do first for now is that let me delete and start again so that you be with me. Okay, so what I say is I will add shape. I will just reduce it to 100. Okay, so I will reduce it to 100. I will reduce the size and then increase it a bit. Reduce the size. This is okay. I'll put that good down. Now rotate it a bit. Okay, and do something like this. Now I'll unlock this my file a bit so that I will move it a little bit up. This is okay. Then I'll now lock it again, so I can move this one a little bit like this, a little bit like this. Alright, so from here, what we'll do is that we'll duplicate this one. So that's the next thing I want you to learn, is that whenever you have a file or something that you've already worked on it and you want similar thing, you don't need to start reproducing it again. You can just duplicate it. To do that, you just tap on the file first, press this edit pencil here. You'll see these two font, this rectangle, portrait rectangle, like they are on top of each other. Just press it. That is the first one, and you see that you have two of them. Are you seeing? So what I will do is that I will hide the second one, this one. Okay, I will hide it. Then it's there on the layer, but then it's not showing here. Remember when I was explaining the layer, I talk about the visibility icon features. That is this eye, the locking that maintains it, allows it lock it in one position and in one place. Okay, so I will hide it for now. The next thing I want you to do is to add a rectangle shape, this, and maybe scroll down and give it a color, let's say black. Alright, so I'll just increase the size a bit. Something like this is okay for me. Okay, so I'll tap on the layer. I will move this shapes layer down, okay, so that it will be like this. So the next thing you are going to do is you are going to, let me shift this thing a bit. Alright, so the next thing is we are going to match these two shapes here. That is the black rectangle and then the other one on top. So I'll just tap on this thing. Remember I talked about it. If you want to select multiple files, etc. So I'll tap on it, I'll mark the two, and then I'll tap on the match feature here. Are you sure you want to match the selected object? Yes. Okay, so I'm done. Now as you can see, they are now one file. Okay, so I'll undo to go back to the same position. They are now one file. Alright, so the next thing I want to show you is something we call max color. This particular tool is used to remove background from pictures or anything. Okay, like this one now, we have two shapes here. We have black and we have white. So we use erase color to erase one of them. So I'll just tap on it, activate it. Are you seeing? Are you seeing that it has erased? So I will just move it somewhere like this. Alright, so now this tolerance means like you are erasing it to which degree. If I increase it, it will remove everything white in all aspects, leaving only black. I'll just tap on OK. Now I'm done with this one. Next, what I will do is I will now move to color. I'll tap on color and then give it the same color with the background, the same color. Are you seeing? It has now become like I use it. So what the purpose of this one is, it allows you to manipulate objects, especially image. You understand? You can use shapes to cut out part of image the way you want it. Okay, you can be creative around this. If you are creative, you can create powerful things. Okay, so for this I'll just tap in OK, and I'll tap on the layer, and then I'll now lock it. Alright, so remember the layer that we hide, I'll now mark it on. So I'll now move it to the top. So I'll now drag it. But then the next thing we are going to do is, what I want you guys to do is increase it maybe a bit, then move this particular image to the top. Sorry, not at the top, just below this one a bit. Sorry, don't mind me. So I will just move this one. Please look at the order. The one that I merge is on top, followed by the image, followed by this particular one. So I'll now move this one. Are you seeing? Because there is a shape that I merge that has the same color, there is certain level of how much I can arrange this thing. Okay, so I'll leave it like this. If I want to move this one a little bit, I'll just unlock it here and then move it a little bit so that it will allow me. Well, let me lock it again. that it will allow me move this one a little bit up. Okay, and then just try and adjust it a bit. I think this is okay. Yes, this should be okay for me. This should be okay. This should be okay. Let me give it another color, yellow for example. Yellow. Alright, and then I'll just lock it as well, and then we are done for the first part of the video. So the next thing you guys will do is maybe just add on cool text to it. Just add some text, fancy text. Please, there is something, most of you guys, people did excellent work in the designs, the first tags, but then the issue is some of you, the fonts. Please, I want you to be familiar. Simplicity is design. If you try to like package design too well, you end up spoiling it. Things that are usually simple are good. Okay, I saw some of the fonts. Some of you guys went ahead and were doing 3D, joining the tags with 3D. It's fine, but then it's changing the entire concept. So my advice, my recommendation is just keep things simple for now. There is nothing wrong. Okay, so you can just say this is my second design. Alright, so I'll just come to font. Now please, I want us to use the same thing, so just click on the font, look for which one should we pick. No, okay, let me just go back to the default fonts that we have. Maybe I will see something nice. Okay, let me try this. Let me see the color. Alright, okay, so we have something like this. That's not bad, and that is for the first tags. So what we'll do is that we'll now save our work for now. Work 2. Alright,
this is what you're doing every time you buy a ticket for the lottery.
Adverts, sorry for the using the wrong word, but then just allow it to finish and cancel it. So for this font, you can do as you want. Okay, you can add some cool stuff here, but please, the focus of this particular class is not just the design. It's about the things we use, the layers that we explain, the masking of the image that we do, the max color, the usage of it. That's the most important thing behind this class. Okay, that's the important thing I want you guys to note about this particular class. Alright, so just get something like this, but beyond getting something like this, be after the concept. Okay, so that is the first thing we are talking about in this class. The second one will be more about text. I will be showing us, I will be sending the video shortly, and then that's what we'll be doing for today. Alright, so after today, I'll just allow us to play around and see if we can come up with cool designs. It doesn't have to be this one, just something nice or simple. If possible, please don't use more than 2 or 3 colors in your designs. Alright, so that is it. I will just design something nice. Today there is no tax for today at all. There is no tax. We are just learning today, learning more. Alright, so we've saved it. I will now export it. I'll give it the highest quality, ultra, and save it. I just remember this advert, but then be patient with me. Okay, thank God this one there is no noise. Okay, and then that's it for this particular part. The second one will be more about text, and it will be very short as well. But then tomorrow we'll be doing our first business flyer, and we'll be looking at business card as well. These are the 2 things that we'll be doing today, tomorrow. we'll be designing a business flyer and then a business card as well. Thank you.